the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes and the Montoursville area Warriors. First time up here for the Red Tornadoes.
It looks like a seaside community right now. We've had about as much rain as you could possibly ever have before a football game. And the field is thoroughly drenched, water laying all over the place. So it's going to be kind of a sloppy game no matter what. But yes, we meet Montoursville Warriors. Is it Warriors or?
Warriors.
Warriors for the first time in our history. And again, as you probably read, it's the 100th different team in our 100th year. So it'll be interesting. Wayne, they're a program that has had a lot of success. We're used to watching these guys on TV in state playoffs and things like that. So,
well, Wayne and I got to catch them last year against Shamokin, and that year a wide open offense.
Oh, outstanding.
This year, talking maybe not, and they were using Jeremy Brown, a running back, and getting having a good running game. But he's injured tonight and not playing. So we're not sure what they're going to throw at us.
Well, regardless of what happens, as you know, and Mount Carmel had been noted for this for years. Success breeds success, and once you have 3-4 good seasons where you go undefeated, which Montoursville had, you just got to come back with another good team. The players look forward to the next season and they work hard for it.
It's just a solid program all around, and we expect a great game here tonight as we await the kickoff. Big Red, you're going to have to bear with us, is wearing all white, and there could not be a worse thing to be doing in these kind of conditions. So
Klingerman boots one for the Red Tornadoes, taken by Steinbrecher, down about on the 10-yard line, brings it around the right side, breaks it up the sideline, and is knocked out of bounds on the 50-yard line. First down, Warriors. It appears to be about the 50-yard line.
Right. Nice tackle there by John Lashinsky and Joe Greco, taking him out of bounds, but not after a large run back.
Well, you have bad conditions, and it always works this way. It confuses you. A lot of times, this is where you break a run because nobody has good footing, and you know exactly where you're heading. And a lot of times, you'll see that happen, and that's what happened right there.
In fact, there are puddles out on the field.
Yeah, there is.
Joe Farley, the starting quarterback for the Warriors. Inside handoff to the fullback, number 31, Rennie Rodarmel, and he gets about 1 yard gain. Stopped in there by, looks like Klingerman, Corey Hepler was in there, and
Hepler
we're going to have a
there.
rough time seeing numbers tonight, guys.
Right, I'll tell you what, in about 5 minutes, you're not going to be able to see a number from up there.
Second down and 10, no gain on that play. This is Farley back to pass. Oh, I think he was out of bounds on the 21-yard line, but a nice throw from Farley to the halfback, number 30. Was it 35 in there for?
Yeah, 35.
Okay, 35 in there for the Warriors, which is Matt Yonkin. Third down and 10 for the Warriors. The ball just over the 50-yard line. Early in the first quarter, 11:15 left in this first quarter. Farley straight drop back this time. Plants his foot in and out of the hands of Joe Sinkovich. Breaks it up in a nice play by Sinkovich, but the receiver had slipped also.
I don't know if he saw Sinkovich. He threw it right at him. I don't know what he was looking at there. And Sinkovich didn't even move. It wasn't like he'd gotten into the play. He was kind of just fading back, and he hit him, and I think Joe was surprised by that one.
Farley in the punt for the Warriors. Deep for the Tornadoes, Sinkovich and Trocky. Trocky will take it on the 21-yard line, break it up the sideline to the 29, knocked out of bounds and into the fence at the 29-yard line.
Well, there's Jeff Trocky taking the ball, a yard off the sideline and picking up 5 extra yards. His normal specialty team play.
Well, this is on this field. This is one of those fields with that short sideline. 2 steps later, you're in the fence. So
right. On the bench.
You want to be real careful
right.
on this sideline.
But at least it was a good play because he has grass over there. At least you have some decent footing. In the middle of the field, it's just mud.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Long count, handoff to Sinkovich coming out of the backfield for about a 2-yard gain. Initial hit made in there by number 51 down on the bottom, Steve Sims.
Well, if you were going to look at these field conditions and the type of weather we had today and say whose advantage it might be, it's probably ours. With Sinkovich in the backfield, we're going to be more of a grinded-out kind of operation here, and he's perfectly suited to run in this kind of weather.
I think on the field that we're playing on, we sort of have to do that. I mean, there's not much choice what we're going to do here. Sinkovich again, up the middle. Nice hole. First down, Red Tornado still on his feet to the 46-yard line. Nice run by Joe Sinkovich.
Beautiful. You know,
well, I'm not going to go through all the things I always do because
No.
it's just a typical Sinkovich run. I
you
mean,
know what, though?
you
It's
expect it
just
and that's
great
it.
to
You
keep
know?
on saying it, you know. Because
He
you know
is
when you
amazing.
keep on saying it, that kid's still healthy and he's still doing what he did since last year.
Nice hole to get him those
Oh,
first
you're
6
not
yards,
kidding.
and then he got the other 4 himself. Trockey in the wing. Sinkovich up the middle again. Another 10 yards and another first down. Tackle made by Farley in the safety position, and a big burst of speed out of there for Sinkovich.
Rocco and Sean Bogutsky on the left side there, they're just doing an outstanding job. That's where Joe had run the last 2 times, and both times picked up the first down.
Higgins on the outside handoff to Trockey. Gain of about 5 yards. Tackle made in there by number 29, Ben Steinbacher.
Nice move by Jeff. He's going to take an inside route there. He saw what the defensive man was going to do. His blocker had shield to the outside, and Jeff did kick to the outside very quickly.
Officials timeout. We had a lot last week without you here.
Well, see, that's it. I saw that game on TV and I thought, I've got to get back here. This whole thing was a shambles. They don't know what to do without me.
A lot of helmets. Chin straps coming off all the time, you know.
Second down and 7. 8:56 left in the first quarter. Higgins to Sinkovich. Off the right side. Gain of about another 4 or 5 yards. Initial hit made in there by number 35 from the Warriors, Matt Yonkin.
Well, if this was me and if I thought Sinkovich could last the whole game carrying the ball every time, I'd give him the ball every time and just let him do it. This is his kind of weather, his kind of field. I mean, he was made for this kind of game.
Higgins to Sinkovich, still on his feet and close to the first down with the second effort.
Second effort. That's Joe Sinkovich. Second effort, always trying until he hears the whistle and then he stops.
This is probably the team here that matches up size-wise pretty well with us. They're a big group of guys out there. Across that defensive line and a couple linebackers, they're every bit the same size we are this time around. A lot of times we've had a height and weight advantage on teams throughout the year, but not with this group.
Official timeout for that measurement, and Mount Carmel does get the first down.
For the Red Tornado, Montoursville 32.
32-yard line.
See, this is we never played these guys before, but when you think about it, we never played too many teams that wear these colors either. These are blue and gold, the
UCLA.
gold helmet there, or yellow. I don't know what.
UCLA, right?
Yeah, pretty much they have the same helmet look and all. We don't see that color too much.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Pitch back to Trockey around the right side. Lots of blockers out there. Trockey gets about 5 or 6 yards, maybe about 7 yards on that carry.
There was the whole team running in front of him. I'll tell you, we had a real posse rolling over that side.
I'll tell you, if you really go back and look at the films from the Shamokin, right from the Shamokin game on back in the last few games, the line really has been doing an outstanding job. The offensive line, you know, Joey Sinkovich has hit 100 yards each game, and that's great. We saw Jeff Trockey had an outstanding game. Specialty teams the week after that, and also running around, on his quick pitch.
Sinkovich around the right side. That time stopped probably after only a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, I don't think we have any problem running the ball. We haven't showed that much. You can only do that for so long, unfortunately. I mean, you've got to mix it up a little bit. We kind of get unbalanced in a little bit. But you got the talent offensively to do a lot of different things. It's just not been our year luck-wise, I guess.
6:46 left in the first quarter. The ball's on the 24-yard line. Higgins to Sinkovich. Up the middle. should be enough for the first
It looks
down.
like it is, yeah.
Hey, there's a lot to look at that scoreboard when you glance at it. There's a lot of things going on that scoreboard.
First down, Red Tornadoes on the 20-yard line. A nice drive by the Red Tornadoes after the opening series of Montoursville with being held after 3 plays. Tornadoes have carried the ball since then to 6:23 left in the first quarter. Higgins a Sheptalk up the middle. Gain of about 1 or 2 yards, and Mount Carmel seems to be content. Grind it out, use the 4 downs, and get a first down.
Well, you know, we've been in ball control all season long, especially against Shamokin in the first half. We had the ball 17 minutes and 30 seconds, I think, to Shamokin 7.5. And, you know, that's just a tribute to the offense being able to move the ball, like they did.
You didn't even have that written down either, that 17 minutes.
I
remember that,
thought,
huh?
Yeah, I remembered that. That's
second down and 9 for the Tornadoes. Back to pass. Higgins tucks it away, breaks it down to the 19-yard line, hit there by Rennie Rodarmel.
Good coverage on the Montoursville side of the ball that time. We had 3 receivers in the pattern that time. There were no long receivers that time. We had run a lot of slant patterns onto the sideline, and he couldn't find anybody open.
5 minutes left in the first quarter. Third down and 9. The ball on the 19-yard line. Higgins, reverse to Trockey around the left side.
Oh,
He's got
nice
running
block.
room.
beautiful shield block.
Knocked out of bounds.
That was
about the
Mazatesta.
1-yard line, but a nice play by the Red Tornadoes. They ran the reverse, and Montoursville fell for it all the way.
6. That's Mazatesta, isn't it?
I think it's
No, it's Maz. Who'd you think it was?
I thought it was Koga. Came out from his guard position.
Now, Kogat's playing at center. So,
Oh, is he? Well,
yeah.
it had to be
It's
Sammy. That was the-
Mazatesta made that because look at his knee. You can
Yeah.
see the brace on the knee.
Oh,
that's
I
where you
wasn't
can-
even looking.
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to see the numbers. I said that before. I'll tell you what, that was just an outstanding shield block on the end.
Ball's
for
on the
Trockey to get
1-yard
around.
line. Sheptalk and Sinkovic in the backfield. Sinkovic, touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
That was a nice leap on that one, wasn't it? No, he deserved it. He was the brunt of the offense on this drive. A long drive from Mount Carmel area resulting in 6 points. And, 6 points can be big in a game like this in these conditions. The field is deteriorating as we speak here. It may be tough to put points on the board tonight as the night wears on.
No, in fact, as we were driving up, it was raining off and on in torrential downpours.
I didn't notice. I was
And-
napping.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jason Klingerman in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, kicks up, and right through the middle, good.
That's the reason why I felt like I was in school, because when I was talking to you, I was getting no response. It happens to me in school also, you know what I mean?
I just felt the time was right to take a nap, and I did. And that's just the way it is. I think it shows complete confidence in your driving ability, actually.
With 4:34 left in the first quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Montoursville Warriors 0. Well, you were getting some sleep for Penn State tomorrow, I
Yes,
guess.
I'll be up at the big Miami Penn State game. I'll be there live in person. Joe's called me, asked for some, helpful hints. I've given all I can. He does that for the big games a lot.
Does he?
Yeah. He doesn't like me to talk about it, so I keep it kind of low key, but
I see he's on a first name basis, too.
yeah. I call him Joe, and he doesn't call me anything. So it works out pretty well.
He sort of likes it that way, right?
Yeah, I think he prefers it that way.
Klingerman kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, and deep for Montoursville, number 29, Ben Steinbacher. This one's going towards Steinbacher, picks it up on about the 10-yard line, brings it up the middle, gets through a bunch of Tornadoes there, still on his feet, and finally tackled as they unpile them down there by number 40, Scott Vincenzes, and 27, John Lashinsky.
Looks good to me. I can't see. There's somebody else. I mean, you just can't see.
I'm not
numbers.
committing to anything from here on in.
The camera has a lot better view of this, and
I'm hoping
and
it does
because
because
you know, and we're not. But that's
it's just
the way
very
it's gonna
difficult to
be
make some of those numbers out already.
Number 47 off the left side, Eldred. Stopped over there by Scott Vincenzes.
Yes, I think Joe Greco was in on that play too, 25. I'll say one thing for this stadium. It's the first time we're ever here, but I've never seen a stadium with so many concession stands. My goodness, you can't go hungry here. That's for one thing. And they have all kinds of neat things in these things. Yeah. We're going to have to visit one of these before we leave.
Farley on the inside handoff. Looked like Road Arm of the ball carrier. No, it was Eldred in there again, and boy, it's hard from up here to see. Sheptock looks like he was in on the tackle, maybe along with Vincenzes. Third down and 5 for the Warriors. 3:12 left in the first quarter. 7-0, the Big Red in the lead. Farley back to pass. Looks on a little out pattern. Incomplete to number 30.
You know who made the play that time was Rocco. He couldn't see past Rocco. I mean, he had to kind of throw it around him, and he didn't make the pass there. Rocco had his arms up in the air, and he couldn't see a thing around him.
Montoursville in the punt formation. Farley, the quarterback, back to punt, similar to Shamokin, and the opportunity always for a fake punt when your quarterback's back there to punt. This one isn't. Taken by Sinkovic. Brings it up the middle to about the 43-yard line. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Well, you know, the problem with that is we were talking about this on the way up with Jeff being hurt. Unfortunately, he's going to, the way it sounds, he's going to be out for about 3 or 4 games. You know, he's an excellent quarterback. You know, he punts for them, and he's also a defensive back. There's, 3 positions right there because he's hurt. They have to refill with somebody else. Not only that, Bill Butke's hurt, so there's 4 positions. So, that's hard once you start using one person as, multiple player.
Higgins, straight drop back. Looks over at Jamin for about a 5-yard gain. Nice throw from Higgins to Jamin. The public address system's having trouble, too.
Yeah, it's just hard to see our numbers all together here.
Second down and 5 for the Red Tornadoes. Nice opening pass there. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Higgins to Sinkovic off the right side. Picks up 1 yard, still on his feet, spins out of a tackle. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Joe Sinkovic just patented spin. The defensive man had him up around the shoulders. We know already. We've seen Joe for 2 years now. You can't tackle him up around the shoulders.
He picked the first down up, too.
Yes, he did.
First down, Red Tornadoes on the Warrior 45-yard line. Higgins hands off to Trockey, finds a little hole in the middle, covered there by 3 Warriors, and getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 35 from the Warriors, Matt Yonkin.
Well, the field conditions are really tough right out there. You can see he had trouble planting his foot, and he has just no way to get any leverage there as he's moving down. And I think it's going to be a tough night for Trockey a little bit. Sinkovic, on the other hand, is more of, he's more of a mutter. He's got himself planted in there.
Higgins, pitch back to Trockey. Around the right side, gain of only about 1 yard. Mount Carmel faced really with their first long third down situation.
Oh, it's the first play that's one play we haven't seen, this year at all yet. having Chalky in the backfield, you know, split right,
At
keeping
the
the power
tailback
right
position,
as a
right.
tailback position and a quick pitch to him. You know, you get the blockers out there, I guess. That's what they want. They want to get the blockers out in front of them and spring them a little bit, give them a little bit of a hole to get in.
Yeah.
And we know with this speed he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Long third down play for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins fakes the run, looking short to Shep, incomplete. Ball falls incomplete to Sean Sheptalk, and Mount Carmel will be faced with a 4th down and 9 to start the second quarter.
A good first quarter, though. You know, nothing to complain about here. A good first quarter, put 7 points up on the board. Playing tough defense, we knew they would. Offensively, making some nice runs, but they're going to be limited a little bit in what they're able to do. Again, Chalky depends on being able to cut quick and move, and that's going to be gone. So he's going to have a tougher time than usual. So it takes some of the weapons you have away from you on a night like tonight, and you got to make do with what's going to work on a night like this.
One thing tonight, John Yasushak took sick in school, and I guess it was on Thursday, and he's not here to punt tonight. So Mount Carmel will be utilizing someone else to punt. We're not positive.
We don't know who.
We see who they put there.
We'll know in a second or two, huh?
Looks like number 1, Dave Slater, will be in to do the punting for the Red Tornadoes. Steinbacher back on about his 11-yard line. Snaps back. Good snap. Slater off the side of his foot and is going to go out of bounds on about the 31-yard line. And again, tough punting conditions out there right now.
Well, you can't
just to
plant.
get a kick off.
You know, you're not going to plant a foot. He's punted right in the worst part of the field out there. I said it just makes it a different kind of game in these conditions. Of course, it's the same for both teams, but it makes it a different kind of game.
Well, you know, you can't blame Dave for that. That's the first time Dave is back.
No,
there.
not in these conditions.
That's pressure,
too.
and like you said, under these conditions.
First down and 10 for the Warriors on the 32-yard line. Rhode Armel comes out of the lineup for Montoursville. Number 33 into the lineup for Montoursville, Dwayne Bigger. A fumbled snap, a bad snap, but the pass from Farley is broken up by number 32, Kevin Karcheski, to number 12, Jerry Casal.
He had nowhere to throw that at that time. The receiver was well covered. He had 2 defenders on him. He tried to get it, down low, and he just couldn't get to the ball.
Second down and 10. And I think this shows with the Warriors having Jeremy Brown hurt that they're just not going to try running the ball. It looks like they're going to try throwing the ball. Off tackle, nice come up there by Joe Greco, number 25.
Yeah.
And he puts down number 47, Andy Eldred. But boy, what a nice
good stick by
Joe.
Joe. He filled in. That's exactly what you want him to do. Read the play, filled the hole, and met him square on.
Third down and 9 for the Warriors. 11:28 left in the first half. Farley sets the Warriors, fakes the handoff, back to throw, looks at number 30, breaking down the right side, and Karcheski had fallen, and he was out there by himself, Tom Young to go. And when the offensive player does have the advantage on this field, when he makes his cut, that defensive player has a rough time planting his foot and staying with him.
Right, the offensive player knows exactly where he's going, and the kind of move that he has to make. And the defensive player has to react, and you see that's the second time that Karcheski has fallen tonight. So the field is terrible out there.
Give credit
Farley
there, though, because
back to punt.
Chicatano was also right in on the quarterback.
I'll tell you what, nice block by
Sinkovic around the left side, one guy to beat. That was it.
Nice,
this one
nice.
could be gone. Number 80 trying to run him down, 81 trying to run him down, still on his feet.
There it is.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Sinkovic runs
I
one.
didn't see who made the block up there.
Oh,
my
about
goodness.
3 good blocks there.
Yeah.
And so Sinkovic broke it around the left side, for the touchdown.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was textbook. Beautiful. What a picket line got set.
Oh, you're not kidding.
They hit people. They knocked that one guy right off his feet right at the end there.
In fact, I think that was the punter. There are two guys. Yeah.
Jason Klingerman in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back and down, kicks up, and a little low.
You would kind of hit that one on the top instead of the bottom.
Yeah.
That's how they, when you hit them on the top, they go straight in.
Hey, what are you picking on the extra point kicker?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to explain what happened. That's all.
Okay. All right.
That's what my job is here, Wayne. I'm sorry.
Easy. I stick up for all of them.
I'm saying you top it. That's what happened. You don't get underneath it. You kind of hit it above where you want to.
Hey, I understand. I understand what they're going through out those gentlemen. You know what I mean? Those extra point kickers. Easy. Don't pick on them.
Can we say this? 10:47 left in the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 13, Montoursville Area Warriors 0.
The guy kicks one or two extra points in his life, and all of a sudden he's an expert back here, or what?
I think it was 45, and I didn't even look that up.
4 or 5?
45.
I thought you said 4 or 5.
No, 45 he has, right?
Right.
Out of 54.
Out of 54.
See, I didn't even have to look that one up, did I?
Nope.
Well, what happened with those 9?
Klingerman will kick.
I slipped just like Jason did out there.
Klingerman will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Nice high kick. Taken by Steinbacher on about the 11-yard line. Now he's breaking it up to the right side, breaks it up the middle. 4 or 5 Tornadoes in there on the tackle. Off the bottom of the pile, number 50, Charlie Savitsky. Also number 40, Scott Vincenzi.
I got real bad news for you, Bob. One of your buses is stuck
in
big
the mud.
time back in the back of this stadium. They got a tractor trying to yank it out right now.
Oh, that makes it exciting, doesn't it?
Well, that's for you. I mean, we're pretty well sunk in back there.
First down and 10, 10:30 left on the clock in the first half. Eldred around the right side, initially hit in there by Klingerman.
Again, the defensive line is doing an outstanding job, all season long. Really
final tackle there was Sheptok and also Rocco Chicatano.
Right.
The bad news is Kevin Jones doesn't have a ride home if they don't get it out.
No, things look tough for the West End right now. But you know what? After running that bus as long as I have, they don't care. Going home is not a big concern with that group,
right?
As long as they're here for the game, they're happy. Going home is incidental to that group.
Second down and 8. Farley back to pass. Oh, good play made in there by number 44, Vincenzis, and number 50, Charlie Savitsky.
Sheptok. You have Sheptok as 44, right?
Okay, Sheptok and Savitsky.
And Savitsky at 50, yeah.
I'll tell you what made that play right there. The defensive line did an outstanding job, but Karcheski came out on the offensive man here, the receiver, and he jarred him as he was coming out. He was supposed to do a down out and head for the sidelines, and when the quarterback turned around, there was nobody there. Karcheski had already taken care of him.
Because he had initially had enough time to make the play, and then he couldn't, but then it deteriorated so quickly.
Motion man for Montoursville. Quick handoff to Eldred up the middle. A nice tackle made over there for the Red Tornadoes by...
Kogut. 64?
Yeah, 64, Mike Kogut.
We have an update here. We have the practice field 6 King Cole Tour bus, nothing. But it's still early, folks. We're still in the second quarter.
Farley back to punt. Low snap. Gets the kick away. And it's going to go out of bounds. Probably up close to about the 40-yard line where Mount Carmel area again will take over. First down and 10. 8:29 left in the first half, and really Montoursville showing no threat yet at all in this game.
I'll tell you, you have to give credit now to the defensive backfield for Mount Carmel. Last week, they came around last week, and you could see it when we were watching the game against Danville. Danville attempted 17 passes and only completed 7, and they were not for that big of yardage, and our boys just played outstanding, and you can see they're coming around. They're starting to gel as a unit back there.
Higgins on the quarterback sneak through the middle for about a 2-yard gain.
Was that a call play, you think, or just a mix-up?
Called. Call play? Well, you know, Mike was the only one who didn't have his uniform dirty, so I think it was his turn to get dirty.
Time to get dirty, huh?
And see, he got his back dirty.
Oh,
now.
he definitely
See,
got dirty, yeah.
Okay.
There's no two ways about it.
Sounds like the bumping.
Game 3, second down and 7 from the Tornado 41.
Second down and 7. 7:57 left in the first half. Fumble on the play, but it also looked like an offside, but Montoursville,
They're pointing now. Montoursville pointing their way. I'll never see this group here.
yep,
Yes.
Montoursville ball.
Yep.
I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like an offside, and then it looked like a snap. And
Yeah, kind of a jumbled play all around there. Unfortunately, it's going to cost us the ball.
Montoursville's first break, first down on the 42-yard line, 7:37 left in the first half. Farley sets the Warriors on the 42. Pitch back to Rennie Rodarmel around the right side. Veach the one man to drive him out. He does. And then also Karcheski takes him out of bounds. That'll be a first down. First down for the Warriors.
That was a nice play that time by Montoursville. When you get that kid out in the open there, he can move a little bit. He's a big guy, but he can motor.
For his size, he can certainly turn on the speed.
Timeout, Big Red right now. Coach Simnick's going to come out and have a talk with someone. Looks like it's going to be more of a yell than a talk. Those things happen. I remember those things. Sometimes you think you're having a talk, but then you're having a yell all of a sudden. But you do get the message quicker that way.
Ooh, real quick.
Yeah, it just comes to you just like that.
That was really the first time Montoursville had tried taking that quick one outside.
Yeah, come around like that.
And it worked.
Yeah. Well, you can see our guys slipping, though. Again, the offense has the advantage. When you're trying to catch them in these kind of conditions, it's tougher.
Trying to spot the stands for Blaze Alexander, a longtime Mount Carmel fan, but moved to Montoursville and built a nice business here, and, and also now a big Montoursville fan.
Oh, so. Yeah, he did all right for himself up here, that's for sure.
Well, if you remember, Bob, he sat right in front of us when we did the Montoursville smoking game, and he did his hoot and hollering then, too.
Fake handoff. Farley back to throw. Tried throwing under to number 41, Gary Hetler, but that one falls incomplete. And Montoursville will be faced with a second down and 10.
I'll tell you, every time he goes back there, Charlie Savitsky made him pay for that throw.
Savitsky was held also.
Yeah, I know.
The ref was looking right at him, and I thought there comes the flag, but he didn't. But it was definitely held in the line of scrimmage that time.
Savitsky playing the right tackle position tonight. Stetler in motion. Inside handoff to Rodarmel, and a nice tackle made in the bottom of the pile. Number 37, Joe Sinkovich.
Walking away there.
If they had the camera on our faces as we all lean forward to look and see. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Tornadoes in the lead, 13-0, the ball on the 25-yard line. Higgins gives the ball to Sinkovich off the left side, breaks that tackle, and gains about 2 yards, but another nice run by Sinkovich.
Stopped on the play by number 30, Tom Young. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
I'll tell you what, on that fake, and Higgins had a beautiful fake. It was hard to see if he had the ball or not.
Yeah.
And he rolled around to this right side over here with Jeff Trocchi standing down here with nobody on him, and nobody was even guarding Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just went after Sinkovich, and it was hard to tell if Higgins had the ball or not.
Higgins Sinkovic up the middle. Gain of about 8 or 9 yards and close to the first down.
I think he has a first down. You think? I think he has it.
Ooh.
I can hardly tell the line there.
Well, now you might be right.
First down. What do you, hey, how about it, huh? I'm hot now. I'm hot.
He takes a week off, and then he comes back. He wants to make one call. You know what I mean?
I went to a seminar, and of course.
Hey, last week we made you a swizzle stick. You were no straw.
No straw anymore. Wait, 1 week away, boy, and I'm gone, huh? This is a tough crowd.
5 minutes left in the second quarter. Higgins pitches back to Trockey around the left side.
Carried by number 29, Sparky. Stopped on the play by number 45.
Hit in there by number 45. Manila from Montoursville. It's getting hard to see their numbers sometimes from up here.
Second down and 6.
Second down and 6. The ball on the 39-yard line.
I noticed while I was gone, though, obviously you guys took some time to make up some statistics. You 45 from 54. I guess you led the team in tackles that year. Is there anything else I need to know? My goodness. You guys have no shame.
We sat you on the bench. What are you talking about?
Fumble again on the play. This one looks like it's covered by Mount Carmel, and it is, but it'll be third down for the Red Tornadoes on the 39-yard line.
Retain the ball. Third down and 6 for the Tornado.
What do you think Mazatesta did? Did he roll his uniform? Look at him. My goodness, is he dirty. Jeebers. What was he doing?
Higgins. On an inside handoff. Looked like the Trockey.
Beautiful play.
First down. Red Tornadoes. A nice run by Little Jeff.
I'll tell you what, that looked like a Joe Sinkovic run there. It looks like he drug half of the Montoursville team.
Yeah, he had a good run that
now.
time. He did.
Sure, that was Trockey.
That was Jeff. That was his patented slashback play, his cutback. Yep. Boy, you had some nice run. You missed some nice running last week, Warren.
I saw them on
the replay.
Though.
Nice.
I saw them. I turned the sound down, of course, you know, but I did see the game.
Tornadoes first down. Higgins fakes the handoff. Rush up the middle, and he's tackled for maybe about a 6 or 7 yard loss. Oh, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Now we're going back about 12 yards.
Yeah, that was a design long pass. Gonzalo going straight down the middle on a long pattern. Just couldn't have enough time to get the ball off.
2:50 left on the clock in the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 13, the Warriors 0. Ball's now on the 35-yard line. Second down and 21. Timeout called here for
tying of the shoe.
That's correct.
Yep. An official timeout.
Well, who was tying their shoe?
Maz.
How did he? I didn't even know how he could find his shoes.
He waved to the ref over there.
Look at him. Not going to have to throw his uniform away when this game's over.
Higgins, straight drop back. Draw play to Sinkovic, and he's put down for about a 1 yard loss. This will be now a third down for the Tornadoes on 21.
Well, Sam's mom's up in the stands right now thinking to herself, what is he doing to that uniform?
Timeout called by the Warriors with 2:16 left in the first half. They want to try to save some time on that clock.
Oh.
Well, they know we're going to, you know, they want to force the punt, but they're looking at a little bit of field position play right now.
Mad, that's all. He's insulted.
Whoa!
and the ball comes in.
And a ball comes flying in. It looked like from that gold house over there.
Yeah, I mean, that just
there's nothing happening on the side. If you look on the sideline, nobody has done anything
look at all
there.
All the kids have their hands in their pockets. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Fumble
on the play, picked up by Higgins, and he's going to be covered on about another 2 yard loss. So Montoursville again calls the quick timeout with 2:10 left on the clock. And the ball now back on the 31 yard line.
Definitely not a series we're going to remember on this time around.
Well, a tough situation for the Tornadoes here in that they've lost their good, their best punter,
Yeah.
and they're coming back with someone else, and it makes it tough on that person to do that punting in this situation.
Hey, I'm jumping on number 57. He just came in, Tommy McDonald. He has a white jersey on, so before either one of you guys call out the number and the name, I got it.
All right, fine. Go ahead. We'll take the tough ones as usual.
All right. Okay.
Back to punt for the Tornado number 1, Dave Slater. Deep for the Warriors, number 29, Ben Steinbacher.
Slater back to punt for the Red Tornadoes, and Steinbacher deep for Montoursville. Snaps back. Off the edge of his foot, but it's going to have a nice bounce for the Red Tornadoes down to about the 34-yard line. Down there by Sheptalk, but worked out well for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah,
Didn't get it blocked. It was a wobbly snap coming back. He got it, took it, kicked it, and a good play by the Tornadoes.
He has a real odd spin on the ball when he catches. The second time that we've seen that spin on the ball. I don't know how he does that, but I bet you it's hard to catch, when you see the way it's moving like that.
Almost looks like a lathe going through the air.
Really?
A lathe?
I wouldn't have thought of that. Mostly because I'd have to go look up what a lathe is.
Road Armel breaks
we have
it
a
up the
flag
middle,
on the
but
play.
gained for only 1 yard, and flags on the play.
Oh, for a bad
Sheptalk
night.
down on the bottom, and who's this getting up? Rocco getting up off the bottom.
That's only, I think, the second flag. Is it the second flag of the evening only? It's been a pretty clean game that way.
Motion called against Montoursville. I was waiting for the ref to call it, but of course, we're not at Mount Carmel where George hooks up the microphone to the referee.
They announce it, yeah.
That one declined by the Red Tornadoes. 1:50 left in the first half. The ball's on the 34-yard line. Second down for the Warriors. Farley going to Road Armel around the right side. He gains about 4 or 5 yards. Now he's up for about 8-yard gain. A nice run by Road Armel.
He got an extra three there at the last minute. That was a good case of reading your blocker. He had actually grabbed his blocker's jersey and was going to move whichever way he went. He was going the other way. He was ready to make the cut.
John Lashinsky in on that tackle, and Montoursville faced with a 3rd down and 1. 1 minute left on the clock. Farley, quick handoff to Road Armel up the middle for a gain of about 5 yards. A first down for Montoursville on about the 50-yard line. Oh, he gets it up to the 45-yard line.
Number 5, Bob B. Gain of 6 gives the Warriors first down and 10 at the 50.
The only problem Montoursville has, if they grind it up the middle, they're only going to make it to the 20-yard line until the clock runs out.
Yeah, they're going to have to move the ball quicker than they are.
Farley, straight drop back. 3 men out on the pattern. Looks over the middle at number 41. Nice catch made by Gary Hetler. Tackled in there by Bob Veach, and also down on the bottom of the pile,
Karcheski.
Kevin Karcheski.
I think he had Sinkovic on the initial hit there, too. Sinkovic and Veach made that initial hit coming out of there. I'm fairly certain of it.
Okay.
Of course, I see this. I could be wrong, but
I'd say it's very difficult to see the numbers at this point.
First down and 10, 25 seconds left on the clock. Farley back to throw, looking deep into the corner of the end zone. And interference called on the Red Tornadoes, so this one will go against Mount Carmel.
yeah, they're going to get us for a push there, right at the last minute too, right when the ball has been released. There's 20 seconds left in the half. They're going to have to really do some moving. I'll bring up, first down and 10 is of no significance right now. They only have, I guess, two good plays left in this kind of. They don't have any timeouts, I don't believe, do they? I think they might have used their timeouts. I'm not sure.
No, in 20 seconds they can run their four plays here.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. The ball on the 15-yard line. 20 seconds left on the clock.
You want to keep them out of the end zone. You don't want to have a score now.
Gnarly, nice
yeah.
play. Help me find him, guys.
Sinkovic?
Sinkovic?
I have no idea.
Looks like Joey Sinkovic.
I'm looking right at him. I still have no idea.
Well, you know what? Klingerman, guys.
Was it?
Klingerman?
Yeah, it was 81.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked like a 37, but it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, it was Jason Klingerman coming.
Great play by Klingerman.
Beautiful. Came right up the middle, right on top of the quarterback.
Gap attack.
Was that what it was?
The gap attack.
Okay.
Warriors called their last timeout.
Yeah, the final timeout for Montoursville now.
But that was a great play. He came right in. The quarterback took 2 steps and right on top of his back before the quarterback had time to turn around.
Now that's the way to end the play quick. That's what you want to do.
Well, you're right. You got it.
Timeout.
Yep.
You know, you can serve the clock. You got 13 seconds left now in the ball game. So again, you're going to see the left-hander winging the ball around a little bit here. The best pass defense is a sack. Let's face it. That's what you really want to see happen all the time. So he's a kind of a big, lanky kid too, that quarterback. You're hurt. Quit.
Montoursville. Farley back to throw. Hit as he throws. In and out of hands of the receiver, but also Bob Veach in there with nice coverage on that play in front of the receiver to block it up. But 9 seconds still on the clock. Montoursville gets one more shot at the end zone.
Shepdog gave him a good lick there right as he released the ball. Really hit him
I don't know
hard.
who. Somebody hit him one side. They got him on both sides.
I could see. I can't see the other number. It's really so hard to do that now. I'm not even going to be ashamed of making a mistake here. You guys, when you're watching the game, are going to have to bear with us because we just really can't make your numbers out any longer.
Farley moving a receiver to the left side of the line. Straight drop back, big rush on. Looks over into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Montoursville with 1 second left on the clock.
He caught that down in the corner. Good pass that time. We had double coverage down in the corner. Actually, he was double covered down at right at the edge of the end zone. That's not what we wanted to do, was give up points like that with 1 second left in the half. That's not what you want to do.
Number 36 in to attempt the extra point, Jeff Vogt.
Oh, Wayne, a soccer-style kicker.
Oh,
here.
right. Kicks up. And it is good. And with 1 second left on the scoreboard in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 13, the Montoursville Warriors 7. Number 19 will kick off for the Warriors, Ryan Swales.
See, the coach just yelled in. He wanted the ball in a different spot than where they were going to kick from.
Well, I wouldn't doubt if if I was Montoursville, I'd do exactly what the kid's doing. Put it on a hash mark. I'm gonna kick it on the ground.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody.
You don't want anybody running anywhere with it.
It's going to be an onside squibber. Montoursville lines up in the huddle formation.
One of your patented plays there.
Oh, he missed it. It's going back.
Oh, he's got
one of the red guys
right there.
Right.
And we take the ball over right there.
You know, you don't often see that one. That had to go about 15 yards the other way.
As far as I'm concerned, there's one second on the clock
there's 1 second left for the Reds. There's no offensive player touched the ball.
That's
that
right.
second cannot go off the clock. I think Mount Carmel will get one play out of it.
They should get one play.
They'll take one shot where the ball was
down.
Where the ball was placed. Right, that's right. There's 1 second left in the game.
1 second left on the clock because the defensive.
Red Tornado take over after the kickoff, first down and 10.
That's a strange end to the
timeout call by the Red Tornadoes,
definitely.
and it's not over yet.
We haven't seen that play before.
Boy,
doesn't-
wouldn't it
hey,
be
wouldn't
something?
Wait, the
Mount-
clock does not start until the offensive player touches it,
the
right?
ball.
Okay.
Right, you got it. Wouldn't this be something, though? Mount Carmel comes back and scores a touchdown. There are 2 touchdowns scored in the last second of the half.
Yeah,
That's right. It could
absolutely.
happen.
Hey, that'd be something.
Well, I know that's what Coach Dimnick's talking about right now. He's definitely aiming for that one.
Give him the penalty there, ref. Give him a penalty.
Well, I take it this one will be to the corner of the end zone, guys. What do you think?
Oh, you know, you have to. You have to send all your receivers down. We have Jogans
We got a
all on
lot
the
of
left-hand
defenders
side.
in the end zone there.
Yeah.
Higgins, straight drop
Screen.
back, screen pass, taken by Spears. And a lot of Montoursville tacklers there.
The screen pass ended up too close to the sideline is what happened. He was supposed to move back to the middle of the field where all the blockers were, but he was too close to the sideline. He was pinned against it and he couldn't move.
Well, that's the end of the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 13, the Warriors 7. You know what happened there, don't you? Oh, did you see what happened?
Okay, gang, we're here with the halftime stats. We're over here on the Montoursville side of the stadium in the stands as we prepare for the second half. The Mount Carmel area in the rushing department rushed the ball 26 times for 90 yards. They passed the ball 2 of 3 for 6 yards. Individually, Sinkovich ran the ball 12 times for 60 yards. Trocky 7 for 39. Sheptalk 1 for 1. In the reception department, Jamin had 1 reception for 5 yards. Spears 1 for 1 yard. We were 2 of 3 for 6 yards total. In the first down department, Mount Carmel area had 8. Montoursville 2. Montoursville rushed the ball 13 times for a total of 38 yards. In the passing department, they were 2 of 11 for 40 yards, but one of those 2 was a touchdown. Time of possession, Mount Carmel area 15 minutes and 27 seconds, and Montoursville 8 minutes and 33 seconds. So a little bit of domination in the statistic, but unfortunately a tight score, which has pretty much been the story throughout the year here for us. And we await the second half and hopefully same kind of second half we had in the first half.
Ready to start the second half here, and standing in front of us, we are all admiring Mr. Musina. Plays for the Baltimore Orioles, graduated here from Montoursville Area High School.
That he did.
And not as big as we all expected him to look, is he, Wayne?
No, definitely not. I'll tell you what. He looks like he's still in high school.
Yeah, he does.
Had a fabulous year for the Baltimore Orioles
definitely.
this year pitching.
Well, looks like the onside kick being tried here again by number 19, Ron Swales.
Well, I hope it's a little bit more successful than the last one.
Yeah, he's
It's the
gonna be
first time.
remembering that last one.
It's the first time I ever saw a kick go negative 15 yards.
He definitely had that one the wrong way.
It's when he squibs, handled on about the 42-yard line and recovered down on the 22-yard line on the 42-yard line by Joe Greco of Mount Carmel.
Good
And
kick that time.
It looked like Jazz knew it might have been coming too because he had some sure hands moved up
Right.
into the.
I think Jeff Trocky was there because as soon as Joe pounced on it, Jeff was right on his back to make sure he covered the ball.
First down, Red Tornadoes, and an important first down situation here for Mount Carmel.
Well, again, you want to start the game, start the second half like you started the game, come out and dominate.
Higgins down in the backfield
Mixed up
after
in the
a busted
backfield
play.
again. Higgins ran right into the 2 backs
Give
coming
the
out.
initial hit there to 31, Rennie Rodarmo.
I don't know what we call that time, but we definitely had it screwed up.
Well,
Second. Go ahead, Wayne.
The 2 backs went left. Anyway, Sinkovich went left. The tailback came right, and when Higgins turned around, the tailback ran into him.
Oh, whatever happened, Higgins bore the brunt of that one. I'll
Yes,
say
he
that
did,
for him.
unfortunately.
Good hit.
Second down for the Red Tornadoes early in the first half. Higgins pitches back to Trockey around the left side. Nice play made in there by Montoursville again. Number 45 getting up off the pile, Sam Manella. Montoursville looks like they came fired up here in the second half,
Yeah,
Warren.
they certainly did. Well, you heard some of their fans saying in front of us, you know, they look dead tonight. They look dead during the first half, but that's not the case here in the second half. And I think that last, second touchdown there gave them a good infusion of life, and they're gonna be in for a tough game for the rest of this evening here for Big Red.
3rd down and 13 to go for the Red Tornadoes. Fumble on the play. As the on pile, we'll see who's down on the bottom of the ball. Looked like Ronnie Zito, the guard, covered that one for Mount Carmel. But again, a 4th down situation for Mount Carmel, and that series we lost 5 yards in 3 carries.
Yeah, that wasn't a picture perfect one for us.
Dave Slater back to punt for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, good snap. End over end kick. Bounces on about the good bounce for the Red Tornadoes. And they will down it on about the 31-yard line where Montoursville will take over 1st down and 10.
Yeah, you could tell it was a good kick as soon as it left his foot. It had that turning over you wanted to do. You knew which way it was going to bounce when it hit, and it did, and it turned out to be a great kick and took Mount Carmel area out of a tough place.
Oh, what was nice about it, we had the coverage down there where they could not even field the ball, and what happened when the ball hit, it took a good roll and picked up another 10 yards.
Farley sets the Montoursville team for the first series. Headhard, the ball carrier
Sinkovic
around the left side. Sinkovic in on the tackle, assisted by Vincenzes.
Great key by Sinkovic. Came right up through the guard tackle and made the tackle as soon as the halfback got the handoff.
Well, we've seen 4 offensive plays, 3 from Mount Carmel, 1 from Montoursville, and we've seen 7 yards going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, nobody's made any headway so far here in the second half.
2nd down and 12 for the Warriors. Farley, straight drop back.
Oh, nice cat, nice.
Intercepted by number 31, Corey Hepler. Great play by Corey Hepler.
Oh, heads-up play. He saw that. He saw what was going on there. Oh, yes.
Yeah, they had 2 flare men out on the left-hand side, and they were covered, but Corey Hepler just came up, I swear, from out of the ground. I mean, you couldn't even see him, and he picked that ball off. Great reaction. I'll tell you what, he must have caught that about 6 yards away from the quarterback.
Yeah, he did. That was really something.
And it was fired.
Yes,
it was a hot
play,
ball. Yeah. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes, 8:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel in the lead, 13-7. Higgins. Sinkovic around the right side, gain of only about 1 yard. And that's the first offensive yard gained in this half. Second down and 9 for the Tornadoes.
Clearman. We're shuffling Joel Gonzalo and Clearman in and out.
Clingerman comes in at the tight end position, seems on the run, and then Joel comes in for the pass.
On the pass plays.
Handoff, Sinkovic up the middle, down to the 15-yard line.
Be a 1st down, I believe.
I'll tell you what, you could see when he gets the ball, that boy's on a mission. And, he's just...
Third and 1.
Third and 1.
Steinbacher on the tackle. They have actually about a half a yard to go for a 1st down.
Well, I walked across this field to get the statistics, and it took me like an extra 10 minutes. I couldn't move out there. It's real slippery out there.
Tight formation for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins on the quarterback sneak. 1st down. Red Tornadoes on about the 13-yard line.
Well, in the second half, not only is it slippy out there, and it's probably gotten worse because the 2 teams have been in the middle of the field between goal line to goal line.
Yeah.
But, you're carrying about 15 pounds of extra weight with the uniform and everything. And now, all of a sudden, not only is it wet, but it's also muddy. And, that's got to be, an extra 5 pounds right there.
Yeah.
And that tires you down.
Sinkovich in the tailback spot. Sheptok fullback. Higgins to Sinkovich. Finds a hole around the left side and gains about 2 yards. Boy, gain of only about 1 yard on that play. It looked like more from our position here, but again, only 1 yard around the left side. 2nd down and 9 for the Red Tornadoes. 5:58 left in the 3rd quarter. Higgins rolls to his right. It's a keeper all the way. Gains of about 3 yards down to about the 7-yard line.
Well, what we're doing is trying to get as many blockers out in front of the. I think half the team was out there that time when we pulled. We looked like the 2 guards. We had Jeff Trocchi out here as a wide split halfback, whatever, split back, and he was blocking. We had the 2 halfbacks, 2 guards. We had 5 guys out there. So you call the old student body almost.
3rd down for the Red Tornadoes. 5 yards to go for the 1st down. 7 yards to go for the touchdown. Trocchi goes in motion to the left. Higgins rolls to the left. Tucks the ball away, breaks around the right side.
Almost.
And he'll be
First down. It'll be close.
Oh, it's about on the 5-yard line, I think. So that'll be still 2 or 3 yards to go for
I
first
think he's
down.
going to come up short a little bit where they're marking it anyway. It's so hard to tell over there. You can't see the lines or anything.
No, you can't.
Yeah, he's up a little short there.
4th down for the Red Tornadoes.
It's a little more than 1 actually. I'd say closer to 2 yards.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes on the far sideline. Trocchi to the wing side on the left. We're going to have flags on the play, and this one was a first down for the Red Tornadoes, but they'll have motion on the line, and this will be 5 yards against the Tornadoes.
Definitely a killer. Definitely a killer in that situation. You just don't want that to happen.
Illegal procedure called against the Tornadoes.
Well.
Yeah. Dead ball foul. Dead ball foul is a legal procedure on that one.
All right.
So now Mount Carmel faced with a 4th down and 8. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel in the lead, 13-7. We're going to try a field goal here. Jason Klingerman into the Tornado lineup. He'll be kicking it from about the 16-yard line.
Nobody's back there. There are no referees back there underneath the goal. Oh, there they are. Okay, I see him.
26-yard field goal attempt. Snaps down, kicks up.
That looks good.
Got it. He's
good.
good.
Nice kick,
Field goal for
Jason.
Jason Klingerman.
All right. The gap attack came through.
You got it. Nice.
3:39 left in the 3rd quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 16, Montoursville Warriors 7.
A little bit of a surprising call, I thought.
Well, 3 points are big on that board for the Red Tornadoes at this point.
We haven't really been doing that all year. We don't, really line up in that far out. I mean, even if you're talking 10 yards from the line of scrimmage there. It's just in these conditions. I mean, that's risky, I think, and I'm saying it's a good risk. But that's playing heads-up football to go out and try that. I like how it turned out.
Well, I'll tell you what, it certainly took us off by surprise. That's
I think
for
everyone
sure. You know
was,
what I mean? Even the defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bet that we were going to do that under any circumstances.
Now we got a major shift by Montoursville here.
When Montoursville saw Mount Carmel lining up on the far hash mark, they made a shift to get their people where they wanted them for some reason. It was both
I don't know.
sides.
I think that right to him.
Ooh. Ball taken by Hetler. Brings it up the left side. Knocked out of bounds by a group of Tornadoes down here. And Klingerman in on the tackle. Also number 65 of the Red Tornadoes, Stosh Pultanovich.
I think the reason I was going to say why Jason had kicked from the hash mark is right there where they put the ball. There's grass on the field, at least. If you put the ball in the middle, you're kicking from the mud and you don't want to slip.
First down and 10 for the Warriors with 3:32 left in the third quarter. Farley, straight drop back. Two receivers out in the pattern. Looks far out to number. Oh, in and out of his hands.
Adam wide
Number
open
29 wide
Just
open,
dropped the ball.
Steinbacher, and he dropped the ball.
Now, you'll have that. You'll have that. I mean, that's, again, you attribute that. The ball's slippery. You got a lot of things happening out there. It looks a lot easier than it is when you come down and doing it.
Farley inside handoff. Taken by number 47, Eldred.
You got
Hepler, Corey,
Klingerman's on that one. That's
and
81.
Klingerman.
Klingerman on the
and 31.
31.
Hepler
Okay.
came up right off at the beginning there. He was in on it. Nice play.
Also, we'll give Mike Kogut credit in there.
Yeah,
also.
Mike was there.
Farley back to pass. Looks on that same pass out to number 25.
penalty flag.
We got a penalty flag in the backfield. It's back around Farley. And we're going to have a personal foul called against the Red Tornadoes.
I didn't see it at all. I really didn't. In fact, none of us were standing there when the flag dropped, so I don't know what that was. I was watching the receiver. They had three receivers out in the pattern that time, and I never saw the infraction.
He's not doing too good, is he?
Well, so far, that's the only way that in the second half, Montoursville has been able to move the ball. A little trouble with my lips here for a second.
This personal foul against the Red Tornadoes gives Montoursville a first down on the 45-yard line and new life, as that one was not complete for a first down. Farley, fumble on the play. Recovered by Mount Carmel. Corey Hepler comes up with that one, and Hepler playing a heck of a game in there for the
really
Red
come on
Tornadoes.
strong here in the second half. See, he dropped the ball, and his pulling guard ran right through him, and he couldn't reach. He tried to reach back in, but the pulling guard went right by him, and he couldn't get a hold of it.
Sinkovich the ball carrier.
Chalky
the ball carrier.
Yeah, he came over for a pitch.
Rodarmo makes the tackle. Gain of about 4 yards for Chalky. 1:58 left in the third quarter. Inside handoff.
Nice.
Chalky.
Chalky again.
First down. Jeff Chalky.
I mean, that was the kind of play that we used to run that play when we had Zavaric, when we had Gary Diminick, Carmen DeFrancisco and Carmen played Bobby Veach. When you have that person that has the burst of speed that can get to the hole very quickly, that's a slash back play that, you get the whole defense shifting one way and your back's going the opposite way on them, and it's hard to defend.
First down and 10 for the fumble on this play. And looks like Mount Carmel covered. No, Montoursville got it back. Montoursville got the ball on that one, so With 1:12 left in the third quarter, both teams exchange fumbles, and Montoursville will now have a first down and 10 on the 43.
You know, it's funny, every fumble in this game has occurred between the center and the quarterback. It's no handoff. The backs aren't losing it. It's right at the exchange is where the fumble occurs.
Well, you know, you have to realize it's probably very difficult for those quarterbacks because, you know, first of all, they have to handle the ball first, but they're trying to get back away from the attack of the defense very quickly. You know, so you're stepping back and trying to receive the ball at the same time.
Pass complete for about a 9-yard gain to number 30, Tom Young. Stopped in there by Karcheski. That was a gain of 8 yards.
Scott Vincenzis is in on that. You gonna start cheering now? Bus is out.
Farley pitch back to Rodarmel. Going around the right side. Great
Nice
play
play.
made in there.
Get your binoculars on. Oh, Sheptock. That's
Sheptock,
44.
44, yeah. Good play.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he came up and even in the first half, you could see when they were running their sweeps to the right side, Sheptock was coming up and taking the brunt of the block from the halfback, from the two halfbacks, and did an outstanding job in the first half. And there's a beautiful tackle that he's made there.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. The score, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 16, Montoursville Warriors 7. Third down and 8 for Montoursville. Farley, straight drop back. Looks on the fly pattern. Oh, nice play. Great play made by
Karcheski.
Karcheski.
Yeah.
Two on him. Greco was on him and Karcheski. Joe took him deep, and Karcheski stayed on the inside.
I think Karcheski tipped the ball. I'm pretty sure that was Karcheski who touched the ball.
Looked like Joe was looking for the ball the whole way. He saw Karcheski back there covering the receiver, and Joey was going for the interception. Unfortunately, right before the ball got there, you could see his foot slipped, and he sort of lost his balance. He would have had the interception.
Farley back to punt. Gets this one off. Going to be taken on about the 25-yard line by Trockey. And nice tackle made in there by number 25, Gehrig. It looked like possibly they were trying to reverse, but Montoursville got there too close.
They almost got killed trying to do that so close together like that. That play's not designed to do it when there's a guy within a foot of you.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes, the ball on the 24-yard line. 16-7, Mount Carmel area in the lead. 11:37 left in the fourth quarter. Higgins to Sinkovich. Off the right tackle. Bounces off a couple tackles, gains about 4 or 5 yards, and the initial hit made by number 30, Tom Young, and also in there number 41, Hetler.
From the Tornadoes 28-yard line.
Second down and 6 for the Red Tornadoes, the ball on the 28-yard line. Boy, that field even looks worse than it did 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
Higgins rolling to his right. Ball caught by...
Looks like
no idea.
Jamin?
Could be.
30?
No, it's not.
No.
It's 38, 39.
That's Aaron Jamin. That was
That's
30.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I
That was
really
Aaron
can't
Jamin
see
on
him
the
at
catch.
all.
First down, Red Tornadoes. First down for the Tornadoes. Higgins to Sinkovich around the right side. Jumps over a couple people and gains about 6 yards. Mount Carmel will be faced with a second down and 4. Flag on the play. And we're going to have motion called against the Red Tornadoes.
Flag was thrown actually as the play was beginning, and you know it had to go against us. Wasted a good run by Sinkovich that time.
Oh.
Once again, he knocked about every single person on the field down before he went down himself. He's just a moving train wreck.
Yes,
That's just the best way to describe him. Wherever he's running, there's people flying around and hitting the ground.
It's just great to see them play with intensity like that. You know,
yeah. No, you'll never question his. That's
No.
for sure. He's every single play of every game. He's given 110%.
Higgins, draw to Sinkovich, takes it around the right side, gain of about 4 yards. And Mount Carmel will be faced with a 3rd down, 2nd down and 11.
Second?
On the penalty, it stayed 1st down, right. Second down and 11 for the Tornadoes. The ball on the 34-yard line. Fake to Sinkovich. Higgins rolls to his left. Looks at Gonzalo. In and out of the hands
almost
of one of the Montoursville receivers.
Following.
And then Jamin
Yeah,
followed, took the ball.
Made a great catch.
Almost made a great catch off of that one.
Joel had 2 defenders on him, and you know, one of the defenders knocked it back, and Jamin was right there and almost made the reception.
3rd down and 11 for the Tornadoes.
3rd down and 11 for the Tornadoes. Ball on the 34-yard line. Big 3rd down play for the Tornadoes as the clock runs. 8:53 left in the 4th quarter. Chalky moves to the left wing. Now back to the right wing. And now we're going to have a delay a game.
I knew we were in trouble there. I
Tornadoes.
knew we were in trouble.
Call against the Tornadoes. 5-yard penalty makes it 3rd down and 10. For the Tornadoes.
Well, Joel comes in with a new play.
That play was just doomed from the start. You knew that somebody was in the wrong spot, and it just wasn't going to get off the ground.
Third down and 16 for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins, straight drop back. Looking over the middle, nailed by Rodarmo. The ball's loose, and Mount Carmel will get it on 4th down.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome.
We have an injury timeout here for Montoursville. We'll be back in 1 second. Dave Slater back to punt for the Red Tornadoes. Good snap. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Touched his knee to the ground when he tried to field the punt. He downed himself right there. Big break for the Warriors. The snap was rolled back to him, and he was desperately trying to control the snap. He kneeled down to touch it, and as he did, he downed the ball. Ball looks to be, I guess, around a 12.
At the 12-yard line, yeah.
8:29 left in the ball game, 16-7. Mount Carmel in the lead. Farley on the option play. keeps the ball himself.
Nice
Runs
play by
backwards, and a
Karcheski.
great play made.
Karcheski came up and stopped
Karcheski
him.
came up and made a great play. Also, Corey
Corey
Hepler in on
Hepler.
the tackle.
And 81.
And 81 Klingerman.
Klingerman, yeah. Oh, the beautiful play.
No gain that time.
No.
Ball remains on the 12-yard line.
Probably one of the hardest plays to defend is that option play, and boy, they did a great job.
Well, actually, Farley's back went out and started blocking for him, so there was nobody to pitch to anymore. 2nd down and 10 for Montoursville. Farley, handoff to number 47, Eldred. Stop made in there by number 44, Sean Sheptalk.
He got a pretty good.
And number 25, Joey Greco.
Yeah, I think he
It
did.
was a little bit of a roll that they gave him on that one.
Boy, and again, we have to apologize from where our vantage point here. We cannot see the numbers. I'm sure on the video monitor, it's clearly visible because we're getting close-ups. But from where we are far away from them, it's hard for us to tell. 3rd down, Farley back to throw. Looks in the end zone, crossing pattern over the middle.
Nice, yeah.
Incomplete to number 41, Hetler. And that is a hard pass.
Yeah, it's a hard pass, and everybody was covered. We had a lot of people back in the end
Defense
zone
did a
back
beautiful
there.
job.
Good D that time.
I'll tell you what, they actually look like they put their field goal team in.
Yes,
That's what they're going to do, yeah.
Montoursville going to go for 3 here with 7:05 left on the clock. So they have faith that with 7 minutes left and they get that 10 points on the board, they can come back and try to go at the 16 of Mount Carmel. Snaps back, snaps down, kicks up.
No good.
And it's no good.
Yeah,
and
he
what
missed
a
it.
big play
He just
Big
missed
play.
it.
by the Red Tornadoes. Big play.
I thought for a second it was blocked by such a hard angle that it took right at the line of scrimmage, but I don't think anyone got a hand on it. I'm not sure.
No, nobody did. When you're over on the right hash mark like that, you have a tendency to pull the ball because you do have to kick it back into the left, into the center of the field. So you.
Mount Carmel takes over 1st down and 10. Mount. Do you hear that one? 1st down and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Well, time's on our side, 7 minutes, 2 seconds. We need to grind some time now, not make any mistakes, and take this win home with us.
Sinkovich up the middle. 1st
All
down,
right.
Red Tornadoes at the 32-yard
Well, when
line.
you're going to grind some time, you give it to the grinder out there, and he'll do a job for you.
41, Garrett Hetler. 8 of 11 makes the 1st down and 10.
Well, they can breathe a little bit easier now. You get it out around the 31-yard line, and you can do a little bit more out in the 31 than you can back on the 20 or the 19.
The other consideration is you don't want to put that punter back there on the goal line, to punt. You don't want to do it under these conditions.
Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes. This one's the inside, the Trockey around the right side.
Fumble.
Fumble on the
They got
play.
it. Montoursville
And the ball
recovered.
covered by Montoursville.
Number 28, I believe, picked it up.
28 in on the recovery for Montoursville, Ken Peluso. So, boy, another big play by Montoursville. 6:26 left in the ball game. Montoursville 1st down and 10 with the ball on the 29-yard line.
And they're giving the defense a real test. Montoursville wants a timeout.
Timeout
He's not
called
happy
by Montoursville.
They had too many players on the field.
Well, 41 was walking off the field as the play was about to begin, and they couldn't get his attention to get him off the field faster. That's a wasted timeout.
Right,
That's a
that
timeout
is.
that could be important to them later on.
I'll
down
tell you
the
what, I
road.
think my personal opinion that the coach could have left him go. He was already at the hash mark, and he definitely would have made it off the field before the play even started.
He wasn't going to take a chance.
Well, yeah, but see that again, that's sort of a judgment call. He's not actually a someone that is in the play for it to be called.
But I'll tell you
Having
what,
too
I
many
just
men
saw
on the
that
field.
play called in college last week.
Now that's college.
The guy was almost, he was just a couple of feet off the sideline. and they were called for illegal participation. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
You know, we
I
were
can
always
talk.
taught, get off the field, all the way off the field. You know, you always see at least once a year somebody racing off the field and like diving into the sideline. You know, I mean that's a standard once a year shot for that exact reason. So I guess that's what he was thinking about.
But you're right. At this point in the game, the fourth quarter, that's a wasted timeout. That just might hurt.
Farley, back to throw. Great
Beautiful.
play in there. Number
Kogut.
64, Mike Kogut.
Mike
Beautiful.
Kogut, the big guy. He came in clean. I mean, he wasn't touched that time. Clean up the middle.
That's like you said, the best pass defense is that
That's-
right there.
You don't get any better than that.
And for him to get in that clean, you know, the line has to be playing a stunt to give him that type of hole.
Yeah, I think they
You know,
confused Montoursville
right.
somewhere there.
5:45 left on the clock.
It was an 8-yard loss.
Farley, straight drop back again. Big
Korczewski.
rush on again. Screen pass. In and out of the hands of number 47, Eldred. And
Kogut just figured, you know, I ran all the way out here. He's standing here. Maybe I'll just take a shot at him as I go by. I mean, that's what it came down to at the end of that play. It was supposed to be a screen pass, although there was only one blocker out ahead of him, and the ball was too high. I don't know, if it would have done much either way, because the one blocker was about to be taken on by Kogut one way or the other. So, big third down now, 18 yards to go from Montoursville. I think we'll see the left-hander slinging the ball somewhere along, or at least attempting to.
Oh, definitely.
5:31 left. Third down and 18. Quick drop back. In and out of the hands of the receiver. But that was going to be well short of a first down.
It would have been 8 yards. That was an 8-yard pattern that he ran, so he would have needed 10 more for a first down. Now, my guess here, you go into the end zone with it, you're going to have to try to take a shot at her. You have 5 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the game, which is still a lot of time, but you got to remember they've got to score twice here to win the game, so it's not a lot of time in Montoursville's eyes.
What we need right now is no penalty. You know, we play good defense.
Yeah.
You know, knock the ball down and take it on the 37-yard marker.
Farley sets the Warriors. Straight drop back. Inside pattern, almost intercepted by Mike Kogut. And again, he had clear sailing going the other direction, guys.
Yes, he did.
And I'll tell you what, the way he's rushing into the backfield, I think he has enough speed that he can outrun anybody.
Yeah,
the way
he does.
He's been playing tonight.
He looks pretty quick. I'll say that for him.
Mount Carmel, first down and 10.
It's like any lineman. He's not thinking speed. He's thinking distance. He's thinking, goodness, that's 70 yards away here now.
I'll bet that he could have made it.
I think so.
I wouldn't bet against him. That's
And I'll
for sure.
bet he would have done a heck of a dance in the end zone.
After he got up.
5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game. Mount Carmel, first down and 10. Higgins to Sinkovich, up the middle. Gain of about 3 yards. Mike holding on to the ball. Joe, where did I get Mike from?
I have no idea.
I was thinking of Mike Kogut, yes, that's what it was. I still had Kogut going in the end zone for a touchdown, so I had to say
Spiking
Mike
the
there.
ball and everything.
Right. Second down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes. 4:33 left on the clock.
I'll tell you what, you see Kogut heading for the end zone with that much, speed and distance. Those people down at the bottom of the end zone leave a pretty clear space for him when he gets in there.
Probably needs about a 15-yard landing zone, right?
He's not going to just pull up and stop down there.
Higgins, straight drop back. Almost caught in. Now he brings the ball in, tucks it away, brings it up the sideline, and will get Higgins probably will get the first down.
Yeah, depending where they mark it, I think he got it first. Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did.
Okay, he wasn't knocked out of bounds, so the clock will run with 3:57. I wasn't sure if they knocked him out of bounds or not where we are on the sideline here.
Less than 4 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Higgins, Sinkovich, up the middle. Boy,
he's awesome.
Isn't
took
he?
about 8 of them to bring him down after about a 4-yard gain.
My goodness, he is awesome. Well, 41 hit him right on the line of scrimmage.
Square.
And never did bring him down.
No, square. He did. I'll tell you what. One thing, and it is true. You know, you hear a lot of mumbling here in the stands for Montoursville, but Mount Carmel line is just blowing off the ball. It looks like they're offside.
Yeah, they're moving so quickly.
They're moving
at the
so
snap.
quickly. Their motion there, but it's not.
2:56 left on the clock, left in the game. Mount Carmel in the lead, 16-7. Higgins back to throw, puts the ball away, brings it around the right side, and is going to be knocked out of bounds this time after about a 2-yard loss.
He's still in bounds. They still have the clock
Oh,
going.
still in bounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I think we're going to see a timeout.
timeout.
I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a timeout.
2:38 left in the ball game, 16-7. Mount Carmel in the lead. Timeout, Montoursville. Third down for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins sets the Tornadoes on the 48-yard line. Oh, inside handoff, fumble. And see who's down on the bottom of the pile with this one. It looks like
The handoff was never even close to being
wasn't.
made there.
Nope.
recovered by Higgins.
I don't understand how you're doing that. I mean, that's a tough one to mess up.
Yeah.
Really, you do it so often, and yet, I mean, they weren't even close to each other in the handoff.
Big fourth down play for the Red Tornadoes to get the punt off here. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the ball game. 16-7, Mount Carmel
I'll
in the
tell you
lead.
what, if I was Montoursville, I would have everybody up on the line.
Yeah,
at
I
this
would
point.
rush him heavy now. That would be the best thing to do.
Fake the punt.
Zikovich breaks
got
it
a
to the
wide
right.
open on the fake punt. Down
Go,
around
Joe,
the right
go, Joe.
side. And
Oh.
first down, Red Tornadoes. Good
Good
call
play.
by Jan
Good
Dillon.
play. He was. I give him a lot of credit for that. The only guy that caught him was the deep guy back there. Received the punt. Was the only guy left to catch him, and he was able to pull him down. But gutsy call by the Big Red coaching staff, and a well-executed play, and that pretty much is going to seal this win for the Mount Carmel area tonight.
Definitely. Good game.
Montoursville's going to drop a tough one to Big Red tonight.
Come on, dude!
We have motion on Mount Carmel, and this one will come back 5 yards, but with 1 minute and 8 seconds, doesn't matter too much.
Actually, it does matter, really, though. We have too many of those calls. You know, even in a win, you've got to cut down the mental mistakes here. You really do. That's a lot of times what's hurting us. And when we play good football, when we a lot of talent out there, we're doing it, but the mental mistakes sometimes just boggle you when you're watching the game.
First down and 15, the ball on the 29-yard line. Sinkovich, gain of about 3 or 4 yards. 40 seconds left on the
You saw
clock.
that now. Sinkovich ran the ball. I quickly counted. There were 2 guys on Montoursville who were still standing up at the end of the play. He had 9 other guys on the ground, somewhere spread around him as he ran. It's amazing how he does that.
23 seconds left on the clock. Second down
I'll
and
tell you what,
12, so it was a 3-yard gain.
It was good. It was nice again to see in the paper. We had stated the way Joe was rushing the last couple weeks that he's back into the #1 rushing spot. The last set of statistics that were in on Tuesday, and you know, he had an outstanding running game again tonight. So
That's it. That's the ball game. The final score: the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 16, the Montoursville Warriors 7. Montoursville came into the game 3-1, so a big win for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, they got. I mean, it was a good game, a tough team, As we said, Montoursville has a great tradition, a winning tradition. They're a tough team up on their home field under difficult field conditions, to say the very least. And we pull it out with a 9-point win, and of course, 9 point, 1 point, or 50 points, a win's a win here.
Right.
You know, that's what we need. They can be proud of themselves under the circumstances. They did all the things they could have done. They did them well against a good defense.
I imagine while the camera's rolling here on the players, we're going to probably finish our wrap here because I don't think we can maneuver enough microphones to where our camera angle is. But again, a great win for the Red Tornadoes. Some good offensive play, some grind-them-out football. Mount Carmel coming off the field, and there's a lot of dirty white uniforms coming off there now, Warren.
There's a lot of mothers cringing right now when they're looking at these uniforms.
Montoursville's big missed field goal at the end of in the middle of the fourth quarter hurt them a lot. They had a chance, they drove down, got to about the 9-yard line and could not get it in, and that hurt them an awful lot.
Well, that was a pivotal play because it would have made it a 6-point lead only, and you know they would have been looking at a game with a 9-point deficit. It was much tougher for them to try to score 2 times after that, and that was pretty much where the game came to an end on Montoursville's side of the ball.
You know, you have to give the defense credit down there. At that point in the game, they were down on the it was about the 12-yard line, 11-yard line, and the defense held them. In fact, 2 plays they lost yardage on. Yeah. And, you know, forced them into a field goal, you know. Did an outstanding job, did a great job.
That's it from Montoursville. The final score, Mount Carmel area 16, Montoursville 7. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
See you next week.